CRO process cycle. What sets CRO apart? Why is it so important? CRO is one of those techniques that consider quality over quantity. As we know, a website with high traffic but no conversion will cost you money. So instead of focusing your marketing efforts on acquiring more traffic, you should work on the converting the traffic you already have. It maximizes your profit without having to pay for more traffic. Of course, you would have to bear the cost of CRO process. CRO efforts do require significant time. Splitting your marketing budget equally into traffic and SEO and CRO is a good idea for that. By shifting through your traffic, CRO helps you to segregate the right type of visitor for your business. With the data-driven research approach, you can understand your time or type of your customer. You can use these findings to fine-tune your SEO and traffic acquisition efforts to acquire traffic. These visitors are more likely to get converted. Now, why we are focusing on CRO? Ultimately, how I'm trying to engage my audience on my website, what they're actually looking for. First thing is, I have to identify the page that I have to optimize. Lay the groundwork. Know what you need to do. Identify the elements in your sites which has to be optimized. This is not as easy as it sounds. As we have seen before, CRO depends on your website and more importantly on your audience. How my audience are going to engage my content. A tactic that works brilliantly on the site might not work for others. Hence, always try to optimize your page. It could be your home page or product page or any other page that you're trying to engage with your audience. Try to focus on that. Study user behavior. Establish a baseline. Before you can start optimizing, you need to know what the previous performance was like. That's where the baseline comes in. Look up the conversion statistic and establish that as your baseline. Make sure to select the viable duration depending on your traffic and stick on to it. Let's focus on Google Analytics on that so that the data what we get on Google Analytics will be able to study a customer. From which location my customer is using my website, what is trying to do, which element is having the more engagement content compared to any other thing. Is my customer is able to add the product to the cart? Is he making a purchase? What is the exact element that he is looking for? So it's always good that if you study your user. Gaining insight. It is a huge process. Identify the barriers. Now you are settled on a particular page you want to optimize. Start by segregating this conversion funnel into a logical parts. If you have high bounce rate, identify the part where users tend to leave. That's the part you want to change. Prepare different version of part like A/B test for each different pages. It's not always the case that user want to leave your site. Sometimes you might want to implement small or large changes to your landing page altogether and see how they are performing in regard to the old one. Focus upon that. You have to gain a lot of insight even before focusing on your CRO. Form hypothesis. In the world of conversion rate optimization, a hypothesis is the conception on which the optimized test variant is based on. It works by targeting what the user wants to change on the landing page and predict the outcome of making the variations. Just an idea itself is not enough for the hypothesis. You need to define the exact scope of the issue. How many visitors are affected? What are the areas of the site are affected? How much revenue is being lost? If possible, to determine using analytics. And how do you expect the proposed solution will improve the performance of the website? Finally, you need to have a rough idea of how much effort it will take to implement the solution. So please have a proper tree structure for this. Understand the hypothesis, understand the problem, solution, and you'll be getting the expected result. Once you know the hypothesis and you have graded them into according to the preferred model, established a testing program is a necessary and mandatory action. Without a testing program, it would not be possible to conduct tests. Due to each test different technical requirements for each variation, you must develop a mock or wireframe of the page design that will be subject to the experiment. Knowing these technical requirements in advance make it possible both to more accurate predict the duration of the entire test program, description of the test, and expected result of the each experiment. Who is your target audience? Type of test used. We will get in these below. Okay, so this will help to perform the focus on CRO lifecycle a better one. So A/B test, always focus on, it could be your campaign or it could be the SEO. Always focus on A/B testing. Then the process starts all over with optimization and testing. This cycle never ends. You focus more on quality content rather than quantity, and you have to focus a lot on your homepage. Okay, website homepage strategy, engagement elements, chats, pop-ups. Yes.